Good morning. Leaving Deep Gap Shelter, and of course where there's a gap there's always a hill coming out of it. 8:20, my best morning yet. So things to talk about. First off, when I resupplied in Helen, I got all the food I needed but completely forgot about the gas. So I'm low on gas at the moment. Luckily, in about 4 miles time, we go across a road, and just down the road, about 0.6 of a mile, is a shelter that stocks gas. So I'll be taking a little detour this morning to go and get that. Maybe get some extra snacks as well while I'm there. Secondly, we've got a milestone coming up late this afternoon. I'll talk about that when we get closer to it. And thirdly, I've been in contact with Chica and Sunsets. They're some ex-thru-hikers who now run a hostel in Franklin, which is 3 days away. And I've got myself a bunk there, which I'm very pleased about because they only have 4 beds in their place, and I wasn't really expecting to be able to get a space. So I'm booked in there for Saturday night, which means I've got to be averaging around 13 miles a day for the next 3 days, but that's definitely doable. Right, I'll get back to you later. In the middle of nowhere, and there's a little seat there. Made it to Dix Creek Gap. I could hear the road from about half a mile away. There it is. This is where I need to turn left, go down the hill for a bit to get to around the bend hostel. Try not to get run over again. Wow, lots of hikers. Just for a second I thought there might have been some trail magic. Okay, that's where I'm going. It used to be called the Top of Georgia Hostel, but then it got taken over, I think last year, maybe the year before, by some new people who changed it to Hostel Round the Bend. Bit of road walking and some extra miles. Here we are. I would have liked to have stayed here. This place has got great reviews, but with my planned stops in Helen and then Franklin, staying here as well would have been a bit excessive. Springer Mountain, 69.6. Guitared in 2119. They got some nice little private cabins. And then up here there's a bunkhouse. Okay, heading back out. Got my gas canister and a few extra snacks, some chocolate. Yeah, they've got a shoe tree as well. It's coming up out of Dix Creek. Looking back, I believe that's Kelly's Knob, which is the last peak we came over yesterday afternoon. Oh, that was a killer. Just passing through Cowett Gap. Just leaving Plum Orchard Shelter. Had a very nice lunch down there. I was chatting to a young lad called Mooch from Puerto Rico. You do meet some interesting people on the trail. Earlier I was talking to a guy called Papa Don, who was ex-US Navy and was married to an English girl who was in the RAF, and they met in Baghdad. Yeah, all sorts out here. It's coming out of Blue Ridge Gap, and Bly Gap is where I'm aiming for, 3.1. My first snake on trail. I almost stepped on him. Only a little one.
So yeah.
I think that's what we've got to climb first thing in the morning. So I said this morning that we'd be passing a milestone today, and here it is. Very excited. Out of Georgia, first state done, 13 to go. End of day 9 at Bly Gap. Everyone's just having their evening meal. There's a tree down there. The place is filled up. We were actually the first ones here, so I got a pick of the spots, which was good. And I'm tucked down in this corner on a very flat spot, which I'm pleased about. I've set the tent low because we're expecting some rain tonight from 3 o'clock until 11, and this is a new scheme I've come up with, putting leaves around the bottom to stop the splash of the rain as it hits the hard ground. There we go. So, good night for the first time from North Carolina.